I just can't decipher this tape. What does it all mean? Could I be heading towards disaster?
Take a hit of this.
TF2 is a game of undeniably recognizable character designs, which have been accepted for many years. But I have come here today to judge them, because they are not perfect. We are going to see the flaws and designs behind these characters, and see what there really are behind that mask. Up first, we got the Scout, and personally, this guy is pretty chill, but he's from Boston, which means there has to be some flaw behind him. Again, this cap, you can see it's pretty blank. There is no logo on it, meaning he does not have proper drip. Yeah, this weird headset, I don't really know why that's there. I don't think he ever talks to anybody on a headset. Nobody else has a headset, I think, which is just a really weird thing. He has dog tags around his collar, which is like, you know, that's a great thing during war. You can do that if you want. He's wearing those Yeezy bandages, which are just like, are his hands hurt? Maybe he's just been jerking off too much, I don't really know. And his shirt is short sleeve shirt, and it's quite crazy. It's red or blue depending on what team you're on. And his pants are like really high up for some reason, like really high up, or really weird. He's got like these long socks on. His pants are just pulled up to like the top of his calves, and he's got some very nice sneakers on. I'm gonna give Scout an 8 out of 10. He's pretty chill dude in my opinion. Soldier is a very respectable man. I love him. He's wearing that cap for war reasons, which are really good for deflecting sniper bullets. Always never gonna get a headshot of Soldier. He's got the grenades around his neck and upper body, and you know, he never uses them, but they're pretty cool for vanity. He's wearing a very nice coat that covers his entire body, very safe. He has no gloves on because he knows that his hands can be very beautiful. He's wearing a nice belt around his waist, which is utility. Can carry many things, I assume. And he's got really long boots that are definitely for making rocket jumping very funny. He'll never get hurt with these things. So Soldier definitely gets a 10 out of 10 because he's just so drippy. Looking at Pyro, I can see that they got some very skin-tight clothing revealing their very nice features, in my opinion. They got this thing around their middle of their body, and it's expressing the rest of those features they've got. They got nice gloves and nice socks on, so they look very nice, and it's pretty, the whole outfit's really tight. It really shows off the human physique, and they've got the gas mask on. Obviously the gas mask is like the most iconic thing they've got. It's pretty beautiful. It's pretty good. You never really seen this person's face. And I've got the gas tanks on their back all the time, which, you know, I assume it's very important considering that they're a pyromaniac. And I'm gonna have to give her a 10 out of 10 because it's just so very nice. The Heavy is a very great character. He's just such a chill dude, but I think he might have a very terrible outfit. He's got the weird same pants that Scott has on, and he's got just boots that don't really make sense in such a very nice man. He's got around his fist these gloves with like a hole on like his wrist or something, which just look weird. If you had like the full thing, I think he'd look kind of different. He'd look a lot more like Pyro. But he's also got the bullets around his chest, which he never really uses because every character in TF2 just has bullets they can put out of their ass. He's got nothing on his head. He's just showing off his big bald head, which is just crazy. And he's just wearing his vest over like 2 t-shirts, and that's just weird. He's got like the bottom part of his stomach showing, which is really just telling me he's a fat. So I'm gonna have to give Heavy a 5 out of 10. I'm sorry, Heavy fans, but this guy does not have the drip on. While I was expecting Demoman to have some exaggerated swagger, he's not really having that much. I mean, he's got the beanie on his head and the eye patch, which is great. And it really, it's like, you know, if I saw a dude walk around with that stuff, I'd run away because I'd be scared. But he's also got the same thing as Soldier and Heavy, where he's just got bullets around his body that he just never uses. And he's wearing a nice bulletproof vest on his chest and stuff, but his legs and his arms and his head are unprotected. His crotch is also protected because he's got a weird armor shell there, which is such a shame you can't see his crotch. And he's got the same 2 colors for his pants and his shirt, which just kind of blends in really weird. And he too is wearing boots, but this makes more sense because he too can rocket jump like the Soldier. I'm gonna have to give Demoman a 7 out of 10. He's pretty respectable, drippy man. Now, with Engineer being a Texan, you'd expect him to have some kind of Texan drip, like a nice, funny cowboy hat, or some nice cowboy boots. No, he's got a hard hat on and some generic boots like the rest of the characters. He's got a glove on one hand, which is kind of weird, but you know, he's got the robotic hand down there, so he's just trying not to show off his cool stuff. If I was him, I'd show off my robotic hand all the time. He's wearing overalls. It's just very respectable for an engineer, man, because they're nice, hardworking men out there. He's got them goggles on, which makes it really weird when you see his eyes. But, yeah, you know, engineering goggles are important, like in Terraria. And he's got the tool belt around his waist, which is, again, is very useful for an engineer. It doesn't look that good on him, though. And he's got knee protectors for some reason, which I don't really get. I'm gonna give engineer a 6 out of 10 because he's simply just not Texan and cool enough. Medic is a pretty cool dude. He's from Germany, which, again, he has, like, no really resemblance of German features on him, but, like, the rest of their characters just don't show off their culture enough. He's got the whole medic uniform on, the white coat, the tie that you can barely see, the nice gloves to protect him from all the blood splattering all over the place. He's got respectable pants on, but they're the same kind of pants as Heavy and Scout. He's got really long boots, again, like Heavy and Scout, and, you know, I don't know why he needs boots, but, you know, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. And I think he's wearing lederhosen or something. He's got, like, I'm just kidding. He's got the whole medic pack on his back, which is really big and bulky, and I really hope his back is okay, because he might need some medical attention himself if he carries that thing around all day. And he's got glasses on, which, you know, I think he's like the only TF2 character that actually has like real glasses on, not just like goggles or an iPad. And I think he's pretty cool. He's like one of the coolest looking men. I think German uniforms in general throughout history have looked pretty cool. And I'm gonna have to give Medic a 9 out of 10. He looks pretty good for what he's got. Sniper's from Australia, mate, which means he's got that cool Outback hat on, which is like showing it off. He's like one of the only characters that shows off his culture. He's got this thing around him on his chest that I just don't really understand. He's got a vest on, but beneath that, he has some pretty casual clothing, like a red shirt and some pants. And he has the boots that don't really go up that high. His pants go down to his ankles, which is kind of respectable for a TF2 character, in my opinion. He has glasses on, which, again, the thing I said about Medic last time, that proves to be false because I'm doing this in chronological order. And, you know, he's a pretty nice man. He's got gloves on like one hand for some reason, which is like the whole engineer thing. And it's a pretty basic outfit, I think. So I'm gonna give him a 7 out of 10. He's okay. He's alright, man. Spy has this really weird thing around his head, and he's French, which means I hate him, so he gets a 1 out of 10. Have a nice day.